Alright, I'm playing some more Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. This is 10v10 team deathmatch. So I joined this game. Well, I was in the lobby when the game started, but I didn't actually pick my loadout until some seconds into the game. So that's why I'm using my default loadout instead of the one that I've chosen. So you'll see me switch to my loadout that I use for this game, and its primary weapon is the FAL, FAL. And I can't remember what my secondary weapon is, but I do work with my FAL or FAL, however you call it. So we're leading by one. I've got the FAL. I'm not sure if it's more common to pronounce it as an FAL or a FAL, but it's made by Fabrique Nationale, a Belgian company, if I'm not mistaken. I've got the Scout Combat Optic with the T-pose reticle. I think I'm using the tactical suppressor. I think I'm using one of the custom barrels. I can't remember which one. And my tactical is a C4. No, gas grenade. My lethal equipment is a C4. So this gun is pretty good at like medium to long range. Because it's semi-automatic, you've got to really be quick on the trigger to get shots off. There is a perk for this gun that gives you a 3-round burst. I did experiment it with it briefly, but I didn't really feel it too much. So whenever I play this map, I usually tend to gravitate toward the riverbed. And I find that a lot of other players do as well, because it's easy to sneak by the other team. We're up by what, 12, and I'm up in their spawn. Oh yeah, and I've got the butt stock is the skeleton stock. I'm doing work with this thing. Got a nice UAV. I can't remember. I think I'm using this loadout is inspired by Metal Gear Solid 5. So I think I've got EOD, High Alert, and Battle Hardened as my perks. So I don't really see the FAL very often in multiplayer. And the reason I'm using the FAL for my Metal Gear Solid 5 class is that even though that game doesn't use licensed guns, the main gun that Snake usually carries kind of resembles the FAL. And besides Metal Gear Solid 5, whenever I see the FAL, I tend to think of like the original Black Ops, OG Black Ops, because it's one of the guns you get in the zombies mode. That game is really underrated. I mean, the multiplayer was unique. I like the historic time setting. The campaign was great.
Damn, they're really in the barn, like just sitting there in the corners.
Yeah, they're not moving.
I just really like that time zone. I honestly wouldn't mind like kind of a Cold War era, another Cold War era game with this type of gameplay, this engine. That would be really cool. Kind of like.
Find anybody.
So like the ground war maps, you could be like in Southeast Asia, like Vietnam, maybe like Cuba, South America.
Fucking long shots, baby.
Obviously, probably somewhere in Eastern Europe. That'd be really cool. I just thought of that now. I mean, yeah, I think it's not so much modern warfare, like contemporary settings. It's really just, I think people like having boots on the ground, not having people run up walls and jetpack and fly around. So I'm actually running out of ammo with my FAL.
They flop spawns now.
Oh,
Speaking of the Black Ops multiplayer, I really remember
Yeah, they moved.
the AUG being in that game. I did mention it in one of my previous videos, but in this game it's really underpowered because it's a submachine gun by default.
Like spawning at the back. Yeah.
You can convert it to an assault rifle and it's a little bit better, but it does not compare to the regular assault rifles like the FAL.
so many shots.
I haven't even called in my care package yet. And I switch over to my FAL, get a couple shots in for another kill.
They're up in that blue house.
So now I finally call in my care package. Definitely recommend the FAL. You can use it as like a marksman, designated marksman rifle. It's pretty powerful.
Why is he just camping in the fucking house?
We get a 48 kill, 48 point victory.
Nope. Surprise!
I'm at the top of the leaderboard. 21 kills, 1 death.
Damn, 21 to 1? Holy shit.